recommendations is to continue to try and collapse that investigative and review cycle so you don't have that phenomenon occurring on a regular basis, which we did see from time to time. So that's how I would answer that question, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to clarify that. Of our recommendations, the one that I think of all of them, from my personal view, that maybe deserves the closest study and may end up being the most work, actually, has to do with what we call the elimination of the 48-hour rule. To explain what is meant by that, when an officer-involved shooting occurs, or one were to occur right now, what would happen was that there would be an immediate investigative response. The officer would have an opportunity to provide a voluntary statement in the next few hours or the next day, but we have seen a trending in which officers have declined that opportunity and declined to provide and afford the Bureau a voluntary statement. The Bureau's response has been at the scene to then give the officer notice of what they call a 48-hour notice, which means that after 48 hours, the officer will then be brought in and be compelled to provide an interview to internal affairs investigators. Our problem with that scenario and what is developed as a result of some other influences is that the Bureau, the community, the city will not hear the officer's version of what occurred in that very significant incident till at least 2 days later. And for every organization concerned with efficient, effective fact gathering, that is too long a period of time, in our view, for that information to be garnered. And what we recommend is that the current labor agreement that allows for and affords officers the ability to delay this statement from being obtained for 2 days ought to be revisited during the next negotiation cycle. There are a couple other issues that I will now turn over to Mr. Miller's